Hello YouTube, and welcome to another video. Today in this video I'm going to bring you a trade breakdown, and then also followed by a live trading clip from when I was trading this morning. I think it's kind of funny. I was super locked in. Like in the clip you can see I'm just like super focused, but I'm basically gonna do what I'm gonna go over with you all right now. Except I just wasn't talking. I was just like locked onto the chart, and yeah, but I think it's still interesting just to see the dynamic of like a trader behind his screen, right? And his charts. You know, sometimes I'm usually a little more lax. Today I was super serious, so yeah, I was not playing with the market, I guess. But so yeah, that'll be at the end of this video. That being said, let's go ahead and get into the breakdown. So the first thing I started to, when I came to the chart this day, not to this day, that was a weird way to misspeak, but so the first thing I did when I came to the chart today is I started on the weekly time frame. Reason being, I took this position on a Monday, so it being the start of the week, I wanted to see just kind of how last week candle had formed, as well as, you know, our weekly structure points, right? So as you can see, the last week candle formed with kind of this doji, right? A loss of momentum with a lot of rejection to the upside, right? But we weren't able to take out the lows of this candle, which is, you know, all things I just take note of, right? Kind of did not play too much into my decision making today. So the first thing I did was, like I said, mark up my structure points after just giving the chart a quick glance. As you can see, we have a break of structure here with this candle actually closing above this wick, giving us this here higher low, as well as a higher high, right? And now we want to go down to the daily time frame, and well, at least this is how I personally trade, right? So I go down to the daily time frame and do the same exact thing. And in this case, the weekly and the daily are printing the exact same, right? We have our higher low, our break of structure, or our previous structure that was broken when we created this higher high. Now we just go down to the 4-hour, and this is where things got a little bit tricky, but with some experience and well understanding of market structure, and just knowing that we didn't get any candle closures above above this level, until this point, right? We can tell based off of that that this was not a break of structure, right? Because the candle did not close above this low, or this high, this lower high, not until this candle right here. So this was our high formed, and this was our break of structure. And as well as this other push up did not break structure, right? It closed below. So we created that break of structure, that high, and essentially boom, this higher low. So coming into the day, we are bullish already across our highest 3 time frames that we usually start our top down analysis from. I've never really gone to the monthly, so that's why I say, you know, the highest 3. But I mean, I could go higher if I ever seen it a necessity, if something I felt needed to be looked at on the higher time frame than a weekly. But just in my experience, I have not had to go higher than the weekly. So yeah, and so we can see here across the first 3 time frames we are bullish, but being that we did have this break of structure to the upside, we can anticipate that pullback. So that 4-hour pullback can come as low as here, but it could even take this out, and essentially if we could hold this support, can then continue up, or even not hold support and create new support. Just for the simple fact is that the daily is still bullish, and so we could technically come lower and still be bullish, right? So no reason to count sales out completely. But yeah, just something I took note of. Then I dropped down to the 15-minute time frame, marked up my structure here, which to me was pretty clear at the start of the day. So right, we had a break of this structure coming into the day, right? And like I said, I'll leave the live trading clip where you'll see me marking all of this up. Just I don't explain why, right? So this was the highest point we came after creating this low. And then once we came into the market today, we had already created this low and we were trading higher, right? So where is the market open? Is right around here, right? So right around here is where I catch my position today. So being that we did have a break of structure to the downside on the 15-minute, I expected some sort of 15-minute pullback, right? And this pullback on the 15-minute could facilitate the pro trend move on both the 4-hour and the daily is what I was thinking. So I was ultimately, even though we had a break of structure on the downside on the 15-minute, ultimately I was still bullish, right? And so coming into the day, looking at it now from our 1-minute perspective, we can see, or I can show you guys exactly what I saw right here, and it was super clear. So we mark our break of structure. We had structure right here that was broken. So I marked it up there, and then we created this high when we broke that structure, as well as this low. And so now that I have all my structure marked up coming into the day, it's just, all I had to do was sit here and wait essentially for some type of entry confirmation at these POI levels, and that also support my thesis to what the overall story of the market is. Coming all the way from the weekly time frame, we know that we are essentially in a bullish structure, right? So basically you'll see it in the clip. Coming into the open, this literally 829 candle closes above our resistance at the time, because we were coming from underneath it when we created this high over here, right? And then you can see we held these lows. This was all like when I came into the actual charts though. So when I came to the charts, this is what I had marked up, and we had not printed anything past this point. We were strictly creating this candle that actually did close outside of support, and then I took my entry position pretty much as soon as that candle closed. I got filled a little lower, thankfully, and then I set my stop loss below the candle. And essentially once I hit my, we all have a number, so for me that was 1800, but I seen price hit like 2000 and I closed the trade. Really, I seen 1800 and I went to close it, but it kind of went up a little more, and I was able to make like 1960 after everything. So yeah, that was the trade I took. And I know you're probably thinking, like, why take the breakout trade at the open? That's kind of risky. All trades are risky. There is not a single trade that does not have risk associated, but to that point, I just I don't have that type of schedule to where I could actually just sit around and wait for maybe a better setup, right? And then manage the trade alongside that. Like, I'm at work with my day job, and as long as I have to do that, I guess technically I probably could, trade and stuff like that, right? But it's just life, bills. It would be a lot harder if my main source and only source of income was trading, when I haven't even actually got to the payout stage of this account. I'm still in the combine phase, so that would just be even more pressure to really make sure I'm picking the right setups and stuff like that, which, yeah, I know I could take not even A plus setups and still, in a case like today, come away with some profit. But it's just a lot, it's easier said than done, for real. Yeah, I could just chill and check my phone throughout the day and then hop in a position. And don't get me wrong, so what I want to go ahead and tell you guys is, and I'll mark it up, I seen this position as well throughout the day, right? Because I assumed that the open wasn't going to be too aggressive, right? Just thinking realistically, is it going to just go crazy as soon as the market opens? Or are we gonna have to have some price discovery, right? And so I did see this bounce off the VWAP. We had one rejection off the VWAP and support, as well as a doji second rejection, and then the engulfing candle off of that. That was a pretty clear setup for me, and I marked it up targeting these highs that we created at the open of the day. And as you can see, that trade did take profit as well, but I was at work. I like I said, I did happen to look at the chart. I seen the trade and the potential. I just and then by the time I looked at it, to be honest, price was already right here. We are now rejecting these off of the second support, and once this candle closed, I was kind of thinking to go ahead and get in, but like I said, it's just a lot of stress to be taking trades and be at work and like, oh, focus on this and then focus on that at the same time. Like, yeah, nah, I mean, no real reason to rush the process, guys. I mean, either way, I can see the trades, right? I know what I'm doing. So whether it's this first position I took or this second position I took, or could have took, at the end of the day, I could have took either or. What's gonna stop me from taking the next one next time? Say I have like, when I'm at the point to where like maybe these small trades consistently though get me to the point to where I'm free from my job, and then I could focus on actually being a little more patient. And because I'm not at work, like I'm able to catch the market open simply because my break lines up with that time. And so yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Hopefully that provided some insights onto just some of the type of positions that I take, and how I real time like apply some of the confluences that I look for. I'm going to be doing a market structure video soon, so be on the lookout for that. I have a couple ideas for some videos to do, but I think the market structure one is going to be the next one that I do as far as like just I want to start doing like educational content in the sense that like instead of just doing like a breakdown and showing you guys my process, actually explaining the concepts that I apply to create the process in which I follow. So if you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, give it a like. That's the same thing. Hit the subscribe button, comment if you have any questions that you want me to answer, maybe in the next video, or things you have video ideas that you would like me to do. Just leave them in the comments. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date with all of the content that I have, just trading education related. I really do this because I'm just kind of passionate for it. Like I didn't have too many people who were putting out transparent, what I felt like was honest, like information. And yeah, I just hopefully this helps somebody out there who's trying to just figure out their place in this industry, if this industry is for them. Hopefully this provided a realistic expectation for you, right? Because I still work my day job. I still am not, as they say, quote unquote, rich yet, right? But knowledge is power. And I came a long way to be able to even have the confidence to take the positions that I take, and on a consistent basis, and to a point to where like I without a doubt know why I'm getting in the market, and oftentimes why I'm getting out. Still working on my exits. Sometimes I could just get a little greedy, or sometimes I could, like for example, trading this open, hop in a trade with, it's a breakout, right? So we don't really have any targets on a breakout aside from up here, but I did think price, like I said, would just market open, let's go hit the daily levels, right? Even with the 15-minute break of structure to the downside, like I said, that gave me kind of reason to believe that we could get some type of buyback up into the 15-minute. Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of was expecting price to continue up. I might still be right. even though the price has come back down, we could even just take out some liquidity before doing so. Not sure, right? Now I'm just kind of speculating on the future, but did I miss anything? Because essentially, yeah, that was my trade day, right? I took this trade just because we got the candle closure outside of the support at the open. I figured we can get a little follow through. I'm pretty aggressive at that just because it's the open. And yeah, got that. And really, I got out the trade before this candle ever really came down. And you will see that in the clip. That being said, here is the clip. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Good luck, traders. God bless, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey, what is up, YouTube? So today is Monday. It is the first day of the market, the trade week, and yeah, so basically going to be doing like a live trade video. I'm just going to record my process. It's 8:26, about 4 minutes till the open, so I'm gonna do a quick analysis. Yeah. Boom, just made it. $1,900 day, just like that. I gotta go back to work.